What if I told you the power to heal your body, to transform your life, to attract what you truly desire, was already inside you? What if every limitation you believe is nothing more than a habit, a memory, a lie repeated so often it became your truth? The truth is, you were never meant to live a life of survival, fear, or routine. You were born to create, to expand, to wake up and become something more. Not just a better version of yourself, but someone entirely new. So if you are ready to break the chains of your past and step into a future filled with purpose and power, then do this now. Like, subscribe, share, and comment below, because today your transformation begins. Section 1. Breaking the habit of being the old self. Have you ever felt stuck in life? Like no matter how hard you try, you end up repeating the same patterns, the same struggles, the same reactions, the same days, just with different faces and new dates on the calendar. It is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. The truth is this: change is not hard because you are lazy. Change is hard because your body has memorized who you used to be. Every emotion, every thought, every habit has been repeated so often that it became your identity. You are not just a person living life. You are a walking memory of your past. And if the past is controlling your thoughts, then it is also shaping your future. The brain-body connection. Let us break this down. Your brain is not just a machine that thinks. It is a record of everything you have ever experienced. Every time you had a thought, your brain created a chemical. That chemical created a feeling in your body. Over time, those thoughts and feelings became loops. You thought angry thoughts. You felt anger. You remembered hurtful things. You felt pain. Eventually, your body started reacting before your mind even had to think. This is what Dr. Joe Dispenza calls the memorized self. You are not stuck because of your circumstances. You are stuck because your body became addicted to the emotions of your past. You are waking up every morning and downloading yesterday into today. And if nothing changes, guess what? Tomorrow will look exactly the same. Living in survival mode. Most people live in what scientists call survival mode. It is a constant state of stress, worry, and fear. The body is always bracing for the next threat. The mind is always preparing for the worst. But here is the problem. When you are in survival, you are not creating. You are only reacting. Your energy goes toward defense, not growth. You might say, but I'm just trying to get through the day. Yes, but surviving is not the same as living. Survival mode shuts down the parts of your brain that imagine, dream, and heal. You cannot access your full power when you are trapped in the past or scared of the future. And here's the dangerous part. Your body gets used to this. It becomes normal to feel anxious. It becomes normal to feel tired. It becomes normal to feel stuck. But normal is not the same as natural. And just because it feels familiar does not mean it is right. Emotional addiction, the hidden enemy. Now here is the truth no one wants to admit. You might be addicted to your own pain. It sounds strange, but think about it. Your body has memorized certain emotions, anger, guilt, shame, sadness, for so long that it actually craves them. Why? Because those emotions create a chemical hit. Just like sugar or caffeine, your body chases those familiar feelings, even if they hurt you. That is why you keep replaying the same arguments in your head. Why you always expect things to go wrong. Why success feels uncomfortable. Why peace feels boring. Your body does not care if it is good or bad. It just wants what it knows. And that is the trap. You think you are in control, but your body is calling the shots. You are not choosing your emotions. Your emotions are choosing you. The first step to becoming supernatural. So how do you break free? How do you stop living the same day on repeat? Step 1, become aware. That might sound simple, but awareness is power. Start by noticing your thoughts, not just what you think, but how you feel when you think them. Does your chest tighten when you remember something painful? Do you feel drained after imagining the worst-case scenario? Do you feel guilt even when things are going well? Good. That means you are catching the pattern. Next, interrupt it. Take a breath. Stand still. Say to yourself, that is not who I want to be. This moment, right here, is where change begins. Not tomorrow, not next month. Now, changing through the present moment. The past is gone. The future is not real yet. The only place you can create a new you is in the now. When you sit in stillness and observe your mind, you are doing something powerful. You are becoming the thinker, not just the thought. You are taking back control from the body. This is what Dr. Joe means when he says, when you are no longer the program, you become the programmer. Your body wants to react in familiar ways. It wants to reach for the phone. It wants to complain. It wants to feel sorry. But you can choose not to. You can sit in the discomfort. You can feel the urge and not obey it. You can remember the pain and choose peace instead. And every time you do that, you are teaching your body, this is not who we are anymore. Daily practice, not perfection. You will not become supernatural in one day, but you can become slightly more conscious each time. That is how change works. It is not about motivation. It is about repetition. Each day, as you catch yourself falling back into the old self and gently return to the new one, you are creating a new future. And soon, your body will start to memorize a new emotional state. Joy, gratitude, freedom, peace. Yes, your body can learn to crave those too. You are not just changing how you think. You are changing how you feel. And when you feel different, you act different. And when you act different, your life becomes different. The truth you must remember. Let this settle in your heart. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not too late. You are simply rehearsing the past, but you can choose a different script. You can unlearn the old self and remember who you were meant to be. Someone free, someone powerful, someone fully alive. This is not just self-help. This is transformation. This is not theory. This is science. This is not someday. This is now. The first step is done. You are aware. The next step, stay present and keep choosing who you want to become, because that is how you start becoming supernatural. Section 2, the quantum model of reality. You were taught to believe that the world is solid, that everything you touch, see, and experience is real only because it is physical. But what if that is not the whole truth? What if the invisible is more powerful than the visible? What if your thoughts are not just inside your head, but shaping the world around you every single second? This is where the journey turns supernatural, beyond Newtonian thinking. For centuries, science followed Newton's laws. We were told the universe is like a giant machine. Everything follows a cause and effect. If you push something, it moves. If you do not, it stays still. In this model, your environment controls you. Your past defines your future. You are separate from the world. You are just one object in a sea of other objects. But there is a problem with this model. It leaves no room for miracles. It does not explain intuition. It cannot measure love. It ignores the power of intention. And most importantly, It tells you that change must come from the outside. But in the quantum world, the rules are different. Enter the quantum field. Quantum physics teaches us something extraordinary. It says everything, including you, is made of energy. Yes, even the chair you sit on, even your thoughts, even your emotions. At the smallest level, everything is vibrating energy, not solid matter. You are not just a physical body. You are a field of possibilities. You are frequency. You are vibration. You are light. And the world around you, it is not happening to you. It is responding to you. Thoughts become things. Dr. Joe says this often. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Think about that. Every time you focus on something, a fear, a goal, a memory, you are sending energy into that experience. If you wake up every day and think the same thoughts, you feel the same emotions, you make the same choices, you live the same day, again and again. But what if you chose to think new thoughts? What if you imagined a different version of your life? One where you are free, powerful, abundant, and you did it not just once, but every day? In the quantum model, that version of you already exists. All possibilities already exist. Your dream life is not somewhere out there in time. It is right here in frequency. Your job is not to chase it. Your job is to tune into it. Particle and wave. This is where it gets magical. In quantum physics, everything can exist as a particle, something real, or as a wave, something possible. Which one it becomes depends on you. When you observe something, you collapse the wave into a particle. That means when you focus on a future version of yourself, you are pulling that possibility out of the field and making it real. But here is the secret. You cannot do this if you are stuck in the old self. If you are angry, scared, or doubting, you are vibrating at the frequency of your past. You are tuning into what you do not want. And guess what? The universe will reflect that back to you. But if you raise your energy, if you feel gratitude, love, joy before anything changes, you match the frequency of the future you desire. And suddenly, life begins to shift. Not slowly, not someday. Now, tuning your mind and body. Imagine this. You are a radio. You want to hear a beautiful song playing on 97.7 FM, but your dial is stuck on 89.3, the static of fear, doubt, and old memories. No matter how hard you want the music, you will never hear it unless you change the station. That is what meditation is. That is what elevated emotion is. That is what mental rehearsal is. It is how you shift your energy and tune into the life you want. Dr. Joe teaches that your mind sends the signal out, but your heart pulls the experience back to you. When your thoughts and emotions align, when your brain and heart are coherent, you become a powerful magnet for the future you imagine. Aligning with your future. Let us say you want to attract love. Do not wait for someone to love you. Instead, wake up and feel love. Feel like someone who is already loved. Act like someone who gives love freely. Then, without needing it to happen, you begin to live in the frequency where it must happen. It is not magic. It is alignment. Or let us say you want success. Do not think, I need money, with fear in your heart. Instead, think, I am abundant with trust in your soul. Then take steps from that energy. The quantum field is not judging you. It is not waiting. It is always reflecting who you are being right now. You are not attracting what you want. You are attracting what you are. The future is now. Let this settle in. If you keep waiting for something outside of you to change how you feel, you will wait forever. But if you change how you feel now, the world around you will begin to rearrange. Your job is to live as if your desired future is already real, not because you are pretending, but because you know it already exists and you are just meeting it early. That is the quantum way, and it works. Thousands of people who follow Dr. Joe's teachings have healed their bodies, manifested love, created wealth, found peace, not because they forced life to change, but because they changed themselves. You are not small. Let me remind you of something powerful. You are not just a name, not just a body, not just a product of your past. You are consciousness. You are light. You are part of a divine intelligence expressing itself through you. You were born with the power to create, not through effort, but through energy, not through force, but through alignment. Your greatest future is already waiting. It is not in the next job, the next person, or the next year. It is in the frequency you choose to live in today. Section 3. Tuning in to the energy centers. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is energy. It is a moving, breathing field of vibration. It is more intelligent than you think, and it is always speaking to you. But most people never listen. They are too busy, too distracted, too numb. They live in their heads and forget the wisdom of their body. Dr. Joe calls these energy point centers, 7 key areas that hold the power to heal you, move you, and transform your life. Let us explore them now. Because to become supernatural, you must first reconnect with your natural self. The 7 energy centers. Ancient traditions called them chakras. Science calls them energy fields. Whatever you call them, they are real. They are the places where energy gathers in your body. Each center has its own job, its own frequency, its own emotion. Here they are, from bottom to top. Survival center, located at the base of the spine. It's about safety, food, shelter, and fear. Creation center, just below the navel. It's about emotions, creativity, sexuality, and pleasure. Power center, in the stomach. It's about confidence, control, and self-worth. Heart center, in the chest. It's about love, compassion, and connection. Voice center, in the throat. It's about expression, truth, and speaking from the soul. Vision center, between the eyebrows. It's about insight, focus, and imagination. Divine center, at the top of the head. It's about purpose, spirit, and your connection to the universe. Each center can be open or blocked, balanced or chaotic. When energy flows, you feel alive. When it is blocked, you feel tired, lost, or even sick. How blocked energy affects you. Imagine a river. If it flows smoothly, everything around it grows. The land becomes fertile. The animals come to drink. Life is abundant. Now imagine that river is blocked. A dam holds it back. The water becomes still. It starts to smell. Nothing grows. That is what happens in your body. When energy is blocked, life cannot move. You feel stuck. You repeat old habits. You react instead of respond. You may feel anxiety, depression, pain without knowing why. But most of the time, these blocks are emotional. They come from trauma, from fear, from guilt, from shame. You may not remember the event, but your body never forgot. Releasing old energy. To grow, you must let go. To heal, you must feel. You cannot move forward if your energy is stuck in the past. Dr. Joe teaches that meditation, helps you enter your body again. Not to think about it, but to feel it, to become aware of each center, to listen, to breathe life into it. In his guided meditations, he takes you through each energy center. You place your attention on it. You breathe into it. You allow it to open. And with time, the river flows again. Breath is the bridge. Breath is not just air. It is life. It is the link between body and mind, between the conscious and the unconscious. When you breathe with purpose, you move energy. You pull it from the lower centers, fear, pain, control, up into the higher ones, love, truth, freedom. This is why Dr. Joe uses the breath technique in his workshops. You breathe in deeply. You squeeze your lower muscles. You draw the energy upward, from the root to the crown. It may feel strange at first. You might cry. You might laugh. You might feel heat, tingling, or pressure. That is the energy releasing. That is the block breaking. That is you waking up. Inner awareness through meditation. To change your life, you must go inward. Close your eyes. Sit still and feel. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Feel the space inside your body. Then go deeper. Start at the base. What do you feel in your hips? Is it tight? Is it heavy? Is it numb? Just notice. No judgment. No fixing. Then move up to your belly. What lives there? Anger? Fear? Sadness? Power? Keep going. Up to your chest, the home of your heart. Can you feel love? Or is it closed? Can you soften it? This practice helps you reconnect. It shows you where energy is blocked. And slowly, with love and attention, it starts to move again, charging your life force. When your energy centers are balanced, you glow. People feel your presence. You walk into a room and everything shifts. Why? Because you are not leaking energy. You are storing it. You are moving it. You are living from it. Dr. Joe teaches that when energy flows freely, you can heal faster. You can manifest easier. You can think clearer. You can love deeper. Your body becomes your ally, not your prison. Realignment leads to change. Most people try to change by thinking. They write goals. They read books. They make plans. But nothing happens. Why? Because their body is still stuck in the past. Real change starts in the body. When you balance your centers, you feel different. You act different. You attract different. Suddenly, fear becomes confidence. Hurt becomes compassion. Control becomes surrender. And slowly, the outer world matches your new inner world. You are energy. Let this truth sink in. You are not just muscle and bone. You are not your mistakes. You are not your history. You are energy. You are frequency. You are power. And your energy centers are the key to unlocking that power. Do not ignore them. Do not numb them. Do not run from them. Sit with them. Honor them. And heal them. Because once your energy flows, everything else flows too. Health, joy, purpose, peace. This is just the beginning. Balancing your energy is not a one-time fix. It is a practice, a lifestyle, a new way of being. Some days it will be easy. Some days it will be hard. But every breath counts. Every moment of stillness matters. Every time you sit with your heart, you take one step closer to freedom. You are not broken. You are blocked. And the flow is waiting. Section 4, Becoming Pure Consciousness. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Now ask yourself, who are you? Really? Are you your name? Are you your body? Are you your thoughts, your past, your fears? What if I told you you are none of those? You are not your job. You are not your pain. You are not your habits. You are not even your memories. You are pure consciousness. And in this chapter of Becoming Supernatural, Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us how to remember that truth. Because when you leave behind everything you think you are, you step into everything you are meant to become. The illusion of the physical self. Most people live trapped in form. They think their body is their identity. They look in the mirror and say, "This is me." But it is not. That face, it will change. That body, it will age. Those roles you play, worker, parent, partner, they can all disappear. If who you are is based on what changes, then who are you, really? Dr. Joe teaches that we are more than matter. We are awareness. We are energy. We are consciousness having a physical experience. And the real transformation happens when you stop being your body and start becoming your mind, transcending the identity. Imagine shedding your skin layer by layer. First, your name, then your age, your gender, your personality, your wounds, your story, gone. Now imagine what remains. Silence, space, light. That is the state of pure awareness. It is the space beyond identity. It is where all possibility lives. When you meditate, when you go deep enough, you can feel this space. It is not tied to thought or form. It just is. And you are part of it, entering the unknown. This is the place Dr. Joe calls the unknown. It is scary at first because we are addicted to the known. The same routines, the same emotions, the same people, places, and problems. Even if it is painful, it feels safe because it is familiar, but nothing changes in the known. If you want to create a new life, you must first step into the dark, into the mystery, into the unknown. That is where transformation begins. The power of no body, no thing, no time. Dr. Joe explains that the mystical state happens when you lose all awareness of the physical world. You are no longer in your body. You are not thinking about time. You are not focused on people, problems, or your past. You are simply aware. This is called becoming no body, no thing, no time. In this state, you let go of control. You release fear. You drop the story you have been telling yourself for years. You become a field of pure potential. And when you enter this field, you can create anything. The experience of true stillness. Have you ever meditated so deeply you forgot where you were? Have you ever felt like you melted into space? That is not your imagination. That is you entering the quantum field. In this space, your brainwaves slow down. You shift into theta and even delta. Your body rests, but your mind awakens. There is no resistance here. No doubt, no past, no future. Just now, just presence, just being. Dr. Joe calls this the most beautiful and powerful state of all, because it is the real you without limits. The quantum field responds to who you are. Here is the truth most people miss. The universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. When you become pure awareness, free from fear, doubt, and identity, you become a magnet for possibility. In the unknown, you connect with the quantum field. This is the realm of thought, energy, and infinite creation. And in that moment, you can plant a new intention, a new future, a new reality, not with force, but with frequency. You become a co-creator with the universe, the brain and body in harmony. When you meditate into nothingness, something beautiful happens inside. Your brain starts to heal. Your heart opens. Your body begins to align. The sympathetic and parasympathetic systems balance. Hormones like melatonin and oxytocin rise. Stress fades. Immunity strengthens. You become whole. And from that wholeness, you begin to radiate energy that changes everything around you. Real stories of transformation. Dr. Joe shares hundreds of stories from people who reached this state. A woman healed her tumor by meditating into the unknown. A man released 30 years of trauma after one powerful session. Others report seeing visions, receiving guidance, or feeling unconditional love. This is not fantasy. This is biology. This is the power of your body and mind when they are finally aligned with your soul. The journey takes practice. This state does not come overnight. It takes trust. It takes patience. It takes surrender. You might sit for 30 minutes and feel nothing. That is okay. You are training your body to let go. The ego will fight. It will distract. It will whisper, "This is not working." But that is part of the process. The more you show up, the more you let go, the more your true self emerges. And one day, without warning, you slip into the silence and you feel free. Becoming supernatural starts here. This is the doorway to becoming supernatural, not by chasing power or fame, but by shedding everything false and remembering what is real. You are not your name. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are energy. You are love. You are consciousness. And when you live from this place, nothing can stop you. This is the secret. This is the power. This is the path. Section 5. Reconditioning the body to a new mind. Have you ever felt stuck in the same emotions day after day? You want to change. You want to grow. But somehow your body keeps pulling you back. You promise yourself, "I will be better today." But then something small happens. A delay, an argument, a fear. And suddenly you feel the same old anger, sadness, or doubt. Why? Because your body remembers. And in this powerful chapter of Becoming Supernatural, Dr. Joe Dispenza shows us how to finally recondition the body to match the mind. He teaches us how to stop living in the past and start living as our future self. Emotions are memorized in the body. The body is more than a vessel. It is a record of every emotion you have ever felt. Think about it. When you experience fear, your body tenses. When you feel joy, your heart opens. When you feel grief, your chest feels heavy. And over time, these emotions become habits. They become memorized. Your body starts reacting before your mind even thinks. That is why change feels so hard. You are not just changing your thoughts. You are breaking emotional patterns that have lived in your body for years. The cycle of thinking and feeling. Here is what Dr. Joe teaches. A thought creates a feeling. That feeling triggers more thoughts. Those thoughts feed more emotions. It becomes a cycle. Thought, feeling, over and over again. Eventually, that emotional state becomes part of your identity. You are no longer just feeling anxious. You are anxious. You are no longer just feeling unworthy. You believe you are unworthy. The body gets addicted to these feelings. It craves them, even if they cause pain. This is why people repeat the same emotional experiences. They are stuck in a chemical loop. But here's the good news. You can break it, training the body to feel your future. If the body can memorize emotions of the past, it can also learn emotions of the future. This is the secret. You do not have to wait for something good to happen to feel good. You can teach your body what it feels like before it happens. You can feel grateful before the success, joyful before the healing, worthy before the love arrives, peaceful before the breakthrough. When you do this consistently, the body begins to believe it is already living that future. And then your energy shifts, your frequency changes, and the world responds. Heart and brain coherence. Dr. Joe teaches that true transformation begins with coherence, a deep harmony between the heart and brain. When you are stressed, these two systems fight. The brain races, the heart pounds. You feel scattered and reactive. But when you create coherence, the brain slows down, the heart beats in rhythm. You feel clear, centered, calm. How do you reach this state? Through elevated emotions like gratitude, love, compassion, and joy. These emotions open the heart. They calm the nervous system. They signal safety to the brain. When the heart and brain sync up, your body enters a state of healing, and your energy aligns with your intentions. Gratitude, the most powerful emotion of all elevated emotions, gratitude is the key. Gratitude says, it is already done. It removes the feeling of lack. It brings you into the present moment. It fills your body with peace. Even before anything changes, feel grateful. Grateful for your health, even if it is healing. Grateful for abundance, even if it is coming. Grateful for love, even if you are still calling it in. This trains your body to believe in a new reality. And once the body believes, it stops waiting. It starts living as if. And that is when the future starts moving toward you. Practice. Embody your future daily. Dr. Joe recommends a simple but life-changing practice. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Bring your awareness to your heart. Think of a future you want. Feel the emotions of already living it. Hold that feeling for 10 minutes. It sounds simple, but this daily act rewires the brain. It retrains the body. It breaks the addiction to the past, and it installs a new future in your nervous system. The more you feel your future, the faster it becomes real, unlocking the body's wisdom. The body is not your enemy. It is your ally. Once you stop punishing it for the past, you can invite it into the present. When the body feels loved, it softens, it trusts, it lets go. No more survival mode, no more fear. Instead, you move into creation mode. You stop reacting. You start receiving. You stop living from memory. You start living from vision, becoming your future self now. This is the most important truth. You do not become your future self someday. You become your future self now. Not by doing something, but by feeling something. Feel worthy. Feel healed. Feel whole. Your energy becomes a match for what you want, and the universe responds in kind. It is not magic. It is biology. It is physics. It is intention. You are reconditioning the body to a new mind, and that mind is limitless. You are the creator of your internal world. The external world will always bring surprises, but your internal world is yours to shape. You get to decide what emotions you feed. You get to decide what state you live in. You get to decide what future you embody. And the more you live as if it has already happened, the faster it does. Your future is not out there. It is already inside you, waiting to be felt. Final words of this section. This is how you become supernatural, not by chasing the world, but by changing your inner state, not by wishing, but by feeling. Train your body to feel joy. Teach your heart to lead. Let love be your guide. Let gratitude be your fuel. You are not stuck. You are just memorizing old emotions. Now it is time to install new ones. Your future self is already smiling. Now go meet them. Section 6, the pineal gland, the gateway to higher dimensions. There is a part of you that holds ancient power. It is small, hidden, tucked deep within your brain, yet it is a gateway to something beyond, a higher world, a higher self, and higher consciousness. That part of you is called the pineal gland. It has been known for centuries. The ancients spoke of it. Mystics meditated on it. Religions symbolized it in sacred art. And now, science is beginning to catch up. To see what sages already knew, this tiny gland may hold the secret to awakening. What is the pineal gland? The pineal gland is a pea-sized structure. It sits between the two hemispheres of the brain, shaped like a pine cone, hence its name. Its job? It regulates your sleep-wake cycle. It releases melatonin to help you sleep. But that is only the beginning. Dr. Joe Dispenza tells us this gland is so much more. It is not just biological. It is spiritual. He calls it the gateway to higher dimensions. When properly activated, it allows the human brain to access realms beyond ordinary thought. It can open the door to mystical visions, inner guidance, and even healing. This is not fantasy. It is the intersection of biology and consciousness, the ancient connection. Thousands of years ago, cultures across the world spoke of a third eye. The Egyptians painted it into the eye of Horus. The Hindus described it as the Ajna chakra, located in the center of the forehead. The Buddhists called it the eye of wisdom. Greek philosophers referred to it as the seat of the soul. All of these point to the same thing, a power within, just waiting to be activated. And modern research confirms something surprising. The pineal gland is light sensitive. It has photoreceptors, like the eyes. It is connected to our circadian rhythm and our awareness of time and light. It is in many ways a third eye, not just metaphorically but biologically. Brain chemistry and mystical states. When activated, the pineal gland does something extraordinary. It begins to produce special chemicals. Melatonin, the sleep hormone. DMT, a compound often called the spirit molecule. Pinoline, linked to deep meditative states. Together, these chemicals can shift brain waves, slow time, and unlock access to dimensions of consciousness we rarely visit. This is how people enter deep spiritual states. This is how they see visions. This is how they feel connected to something far greater than themselves. It is not imagination. It is neurochemistry. It is a sacred science. How to activate the pineal gland. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches a unique process to awaken this center. It begins with meditation. Not ordinary meditation, but focused breath work, spinal energy movement, and heart-brain coherence. Here is a glimpse of the method. Sit upright, keep your spine tall and still. Breathe slowly but deeply. Inhale with focus. Exhale with intention. Squeeze the muscles from base to brain, like pulling energy upward through your spine. Hold your breath. Focus behind the center of your forehead. Release and feel. As you do this repeatedly, you begin to create pressure in your cerebrospinal fluid. That pressure moves upward, stimulating the pineal gland. The gland responds by producing powerful chemicals. You may feel warmth. You may see light. You may feel weightless or detached from the body. This is the beginning of transformation. What happens when you access higher states? When the pineal gland is fully activated, many people report mystical experiences, seeing images of light, sacred geometry, or ancient symbols, feeling an overwhelming sense of peace and love, receiving insights or answers from within, sensing a presence beyond the self, experiencing deep healing physically and emotionally. Some call it divine, some call it cosmic, others call it alignment with the quantum field. Whatever name you give it, it changes you. You begin to see life from a higher perspective. You stop fearing the unknown. You start trusting your inner voice. You awaken. Real stories of awakening. Dr. Joe shares powerful testimonials from his retreats. People who healed chronic illnesses. People who saw visions of future events. People who accessed emotional memories from childhood and released them. They did not take drugs. They did not escape reality. They simply connected to a part of themselves that had been asleep. The pineal gland became their bridge to something more. These are not rare cases. They are available to everyone, including you. Why this matters? In today's world, we are overstimulated. Bright screens, loud noise, constant distraction. This overload shuts down the pineal gland. It calcifies. It becomes dormant. But when you slow down, when you meditate, when you turn inward, you restore its power. And in doing so, you access a higher level of intelligence. You become more intuitive, more creative, more aligned with your purpose. You stop reacting to life. You start co-creating it, living from the pineal center. Once you awaken this part of yourself, you begin to live from the inside out. You are no longer defined by the outer world. You are guided by inner knowing. You feel connected to everything. Nature, people, the universe. Your thoughts become clearer. Your energy becomes magnetic. Your emotions stabilize. This is not magic. It is the natural state of an awakened human being. Final words of this section. The pineal gland is not just a part of your brain. It is your doorway to the divine. It is your connection to the field of infinite potential, to the energy that creates worlds. When you activate it, you remember who you truly are, not a victim of the past, not just a body in time, but a soul with power, a creator with purpose, a being of light. The universe is not far. It is within you, and it all begins with the center of your mind, the silent, sacred eye that has been waiting for you to look inward. Section 7, Walking Meditation, Becoming It. Imagine this. You are walking, but not just moving your feet. You are walking as your future self. You are not who you were. You are becoming who you are meant to be. This is not ordinary walking. This is walking meditation, a practice that turns each step into transformation. In this chapter of your journey, Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches you something powerful. You can change your life just by walking with purpose, energy, and intention. What is walking meditation? Walking meditation is not new. Buddhist monks have done it for centuries. They walk slowly, mindfully, present in every step, feeling the earth, connected to breath. But Dr. Joe adds a new layer. He combines ancient stillness with modern science. He brings in quantum energy, neuroscience, and personal identity transformation. In his version of walking meditation, you are not just being aware. You are becoming someone new. You are literally walking into your future. Why this method works? Your body is your unconscious mind. It stores habits, emotions, and patterns. Most of the time, you live by memory. You walk as your past self. You think, feel, and move based on who you were yesterday. But walking meditation breaks that pattern. You change the way you walk. You shift your energy. You choose new thoughts. You feel new emotions. You raise your vibration. And as you do, your body begins to learn a new future. You start to teach it what abundance feels like, what freedom feels like, what joy, peace, and confidence truly feel like. That feeling becomes real. And when it becomes real inside you, it starts showing up outside you. Movement equals reprogramming. Think about this. When you sit still and meditate, you connect to deep awareness. You go inward. You imagine. You visualize. You tune into elevated emotions. But when you move your body while staying in that energy, you do something more. You reprogram your nervous system. You teach your body to move in new ways. You associate that energy with real-world action. So the change is not only in your mind, it's in your muscles, it's in your walk, it's in your spine, it's in your heart, and every cell remembers. The process of walking meditation. Here is how Dr. Joe guides people through walking meditation. Stand still, close your eyes, breathe slowly, calm the mind, tune into the present, elevate your emotions, feel gratitude, feel love, feel the joy of your new future, as if it's already real. Set the intention. Who do you want to be? What energy will you walk with? Begin walking. Open your eyes. Move slowly and consciously. With every step, walk as your future self. Head high, shoulders back, eyes soft, energy open. Pause and reconnect. After a few minutes, stop. Close your eyes again. Go back inward. Feel it again. Reinforce the new state of being. Walk again, this time with more confidence, with more love, with more power. You repeat this cycle. Stillness, movement, stillness, transformation, the secret power of embodiment. When you walk as your future self, you train your nervous system to match that future. You are not waiting for change. You are becoming the change. You no longer walk like a victim. You walk like a creator. You no longer move like someone full of fear. You move like someone full of faith. And your body begins to believe it. That belief sends signals to the brain. That brain sends signals to the quantum field. And the universe responds. The energy others feel. When you walk like your future self, people notice. They may not know what changed, but they feel it. They see it in your posture. They hear it in your voice. They sense it in your calm. That is because energy speaks before words ever do. You become magnetic. You draw opportunities. You attract aligned people. You move into synchronicity. This is the power of living in the state of who you want to be. Real-life transformations. Thousands of people have practiced walking meditation at Dr. Joe's retreats, and the results are incredible. Some have healed their bodies. Others have healed their relationships. Some received the exact opportunity they were visualizing. Others felt deep peace and presence for the first time in years. These are not miracles. They are the natural response of the universe to someone who is in alignment. You do not get what you want. You get what you are. And walking meditation makes you become what you dream of, grounding the future in the now. Most people think their future is somewhere far away, something they will reach one day. But the truth is different. The future is not a place. It is a state of being. And when you walk as if that future is already here, you pull it into the now. You collapse time. You shorten the distance. You accelerate the process. This is the quantum way of living, where your energy creates reality. Why movement creates momentum. There is power in motion. When you sit still, energy can rise. But when you move with that energy, you start to build momentum. You send signals not just to your body, but to the universe itself. You say, I am ready. I am available. I am no longer the person I was. I am becoming. That message is powerful. It invites miracles. It invites alignment. And it begins with one step, one breath, one moment. Final thoughts on walking meditation. You do not need a temple. You do not need a guru. You do not need perfect conditions. You only need your body, your breath, and your intention. When you walk as your future self, you change your destiny. You rewrite your story. You become supernatural. So walk today like you already have everything you need. Walk like someone who is free. Walk like someone who is loved. Walk like someone who is home. Because in truth, that person is already within you. Now, it is time to let them lead the way. Section 8. Signs, synchronicities, and the language of the universe. Have you ever thought about someone and they suddenly call you? Or you are thinking about a new idea and you see the same word again and again? That is not a coincidence. That is a message, a sign, a guidepost. It is the universe speaking to you. The universe has a language. The universe does not speak in words. It speaks in symbols. It speaks in moments, in feelings, in patterns. When you begin to grow, when your energy starts to shift, you will notice things change around you. You will start seeing numbers. You will run into the right people. You will find the right book. You will hear the same phrase from different places. This is not random. This is alignment. What is synchronicity? Dr. Joe calls it synchronicity. Carl Jung called it meaningful coincidence. It means two events connect, not by chance, but by energy. You think something, you feel something, you focus on something, and then it appears in your world. This is not magic. It is the quantum field responding to you. Thoughts shape reality. Your thoughts are not just thoughts. They are energy signals. They carry emotion. They carry focus. They send out a message. When you think with emotion, when you believe with your heart, you send that signal into the quantum field. And the field responds. It organizes people, places, and events to match your energy. That is why coincidences increase. Because your vibration is getting clear. You are finally in tune with the life you are creating. How to follow the trail. Synchronicities are like a treasure map. Each one leads to the next. Each step brings you closer. When you see a sign, pause. Feel what it means. Do not rush past it. It is trying to tell you something. Maybe a song reminds you of your dream. Maybe a stranger speaks truth into your heart. Maybe you see the same image again and again. Ask yourself, what is this showing me? What am I meant to notice here? The universe rewards awareness. It honors attention. If you listen, it will guide you. Perfect timing is real. When you are in alignment, timing feels magical. You show up at the right place. You meet the right person. Opportunities seem to come out of nowhere. But this is not luck. It is resonance. You are finally a match for the life you desire. Your energy pulls that life toward you. You no longer chase. You attract. You receive. What synchronicities mean for growth? Synchronicities are signs of growth. They show that your internal world is shifting. They mean your heart and mind are clear. They also give you confidence. They remind you that you are not alone. They help you trust your path. When you feel doubt, signs bring hope. When you feel fear, synchronicities bring peace. They remind you that something greater is guiding you. Are you paying attention? Most people miss the signs. They are too busy, too distracted, too skeptical. But if you want to live a supernatural life, you must become more present. Be still. Be aware. Notice what feels meaningful. Sometimes a sign is small. A number, a word, a feather, a whisper. But if it speaks to your heart, it matters. Practices to invite synchronicity. Want to see more synchronicity? Try this. Start your day with intention. Say clearly what you desire. Feel it in your body. Visualize it happening. Meditate daily. Meditation clears your energy. It makes your signal stronger. It makes you more sensitive to signs. Stay open. Let go of rigid plans. Allow space for the unexpected. Write them down. When you see a sign, record it. This builds your belief. It creates a pattern you can follow. Give thanks. Gratitude increases connection. It tells the universe, I see you. I trust you. Real stories of synchronicity. Dr. Joe shares stories from his events. People who saw the same numbers for days, then met a person who changed their life. Others were thinking about healing, and the next day found a book or video with the answer. One woman dreamed of a beach retreat. A week later, she won a ticket to one. It happens when you least expect it, but when you are most ready. You are always connected. The truth is, you are always connected to the field, but sometimes you forget. You doubt. You resist. Synchronicities remind you. They wake you up. They whisper, keep going. You are not alone. You are getting closer. They are the universe's way of cheering for you. Coincidence or guidance? So, is it all just coincidence? No. There is too much order in the way it unfolds. Too much beauty. Too much timing. You start to see that everything has meaning. Even the delays. Even the detours. What once felt random now feels perfect. Living in alignment. When your thoughts match your emotions. When your actions match your vision. When your energy matches your future. The universe starts to speak louder. You attract more. You see more. You believe more. This is the path of living in alignment. This is the path of becoming supernatural. Trusting the signs. Sometimes you will not understand the sign. Not right away. That is okay. Your job is not to figure it all out. Your job is to trust, to walk forward, to stay in the energy. The signs will make sense in time. They always do. Final thoughts on synchronicity. You are not lost. You are being led. You are not waiting. You are being prepared. Look around. The signs are everywhere. The universe is not silent. It is singing your name. It is guiding you home. One step, one signal, one synchronicity at a time. Section 9. Mastering time and space. What if time was not what you think it is? What if time is not something outside of you, but something you create from within? Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us a bold truth. You are not a victim of time. You are the master of it. When you learn to enter the present moment, when you tune into the eternal now, you collapse the gap between where you are and where you want to be. This is how you become supernatural. Time is not linear. Most of us see time as a straight line. Past, present, future. We believe we are stuck in it, trapped by it. We say, I do not have enough time. Or maybe someday. We live in memories of the past or anxieties about the future. But what if that is an illusion? What if time is flexible? What if time responds to your thoughts and energy? Dr. Joe shows us that when we shift our consciousness, time shifts with us. Meditation changes time. Have you ever meditated and felt like only 5 minutes passed, but it had been an hour? Or maybe the opposite. A few minutes felt like a lifetime. That is because meditation changes your relationship with time. You go beyond the body, beyond the clock, beyond the story of your life. In deep states of meditation, you enter what Dr. Joe calls the eternal now. This space is not bound by past or future. It is timeless. It is still. And it is where true creation happens. Escaping the past. So many people live stuck in the past. They repeat the same thoughts, the same feelings, the same actions. They keep reliving pain, regret, fear, disappointment. Every day becomes a copy of yesterday. Why? Because their body remembers the past. Their mind replays it like a movie. They feel the same emotions again and again. But here is the truth. You cannot create a new future from the energy of the past. You have to let it go. You have to stop living in memories. You have to free yourself. How the brain stores time. Your brain keeps a map of time. It remembers past events with emotion. It uses those events to predict the future. If your memories are painful, you will expect more pain. If your memories are full of fear, you will fear what comes next. But your brain is not your master. You can change the map. How? By changing your focus, by choosing new thoughts, by creating new experiences in meditation. You rewire the brain. You free the body. You break the habit of being your old self. Collapsing time. What if the life you dream of is not far away? What if it is just waiting for you to meet it energetically? This is what Dr. Joe means by collapsing time. When your thoughts, emotions, and energy match the future you desire, that future rushes toward you. It no longer takes years. Sometimes it takes weeks, even days, because time bends. It adjusts. It responds to your alignment. Your job is not to chase time. Your job is to become the version of you who already has what you want. Energy first, matter second. In the Newtonian world, we act to get results. In the quantum world, we align energy first. We feel it. We see it. We believe it. Then the outer world shifts. This is why meditation is so powerful. You step into your future energetically. You feel the gratitude, the joy, the peace, and then the universe rearranges to match it. That is how time collapses. The trap of the waiting game. Most people wait to feel different. They say, when I get the job, I will feel worthy. When I lose weight, I will feel confident. When I meet the right person, I will feel loved. But waiting keeps you stuck because your outer world reflects your inner world. If you keep feeling unworthy, you will not get the job. If you keep feeling lonely, you will not attract love. To break this, you must flip the formula. Feel it first. Become it now. Then it will come, becoming the architect of your life. You are not just a passenger on the train of time. You are the driver. You are the builder. You get to decide what kind of future you want, and you get to live it before it even arrives. This is not fantasy. It is creation. It is how the most successful people live. They visualize. They act from belief. They collapse time by being their future self now, living in the eternal now. So, how do you do this? First, stop rushing. Stop regretting. Stop waiting. Sit in stillness. Breathe. Feel the now. This moment is your point of power. This is where all change begins. Then ask, who do I want to be? How does that version of me feel? What do they believe? How do they walk? How do they love? Feel those answers. Live them. Breathe them. Let your body memorize the future. Real people, real miracles. Dr. Joe shares many stories. A woman diagnosed with a disease started meditating and seeing herself healed. Within months, her body followed her energy. She became well. A man who struggled for years financially visualized abundance daily. He felt rich before he was. Then the right opportunity came. Now, he teaches others how to do the same. They did not wait. They created. They stepped into the timeless now. And time answered. You are more than time. You are not just a name, not just a job, not just a memory. You are energy. You are consciousness. You are a creator. Time does not rule you. You rule it. Each moment is a doorway. You can step into a new life now. Final thoughts on time and space. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. But do not wait. Do not delay your power. Step into the now. Feel your future. Live as if it is already true. The past is over. The future is yours. Time is your servant, not your master. This is what it means to master time and space. This is how you become supernatural. Section 10. Real people, real miracles, living the supernatural life. Imagine waking up one day and your pain is gone. Your disease has vanished. Your fear has turned into power. And your life has completely transformed. It sounds like a miracle, but it is real. And it is happening to people just like you. Dr. Joe Dispenza has witnessed it. He has documented it. And in Becoming Supernatural, he shares the stories that prove the extraordinary is possible. These are not fantasy. These are not lucky few. They are people who did the work, who changed their inner world. And as a result, their outer world changed too, healing what medicine could not. One woman had cancer. Doctors gave her little hope. She had tried every treatment. Nothing worked. She was losing faith. But instead of giving up, she chose to meditate. Every single day, she closed her eyes. She entered the quantum field. She imagined her body healing. She felt gratitude, not fear. She pictured every cell coming back to life. She felt herself whole again. Weeks passed, then months. And one day, her scans came back clean. Her doctors were shocked. She was not. She had already healed her mind, and her body simply followed, breaking free from addictions. Another story. A man struggled with addiction for decades. Drugs, alcohol, despair. He had lost everything. Then he found this work, and everything began to change. He started slow. He could not focus at first. His mind raced, but he stayed with it. Each day, he practiced meditation. He visualized himself clean, strong, clear. He reprogrammed the emotions that fueled his cravings. He imagined a new identity, a man who no longer needed to escape. It was not easy, but it worked. Today, he is sober, happy, and helping others do the same, attracting abundance. One woman had always struggled with money. She worked hard, but she never had enough. Her mindset was shaped by scarcity. She believed she was not worthy of wealth. Dr. Joe's teachings helped her shift. She began to feel abundant before anything changed. She visualized opportunities flowing in. She believed in her future self. She practiced gratitude for money she had not even received yet. She tuned her energy to the vibration of wealth. Then magic happened. She got a job offer, better than she imagined. She launched a side business. Clients appeared without advertising. Now, she is financially free, all because she changed her inner world, finding true love. A man had been alone for years. He believed love was not for him, that he was broken. But deep down, he still hoped. He used Dr. Joe's meditations to rewire those beliefs. He began to love himself first, to treat himself with kindness. He imagined a partner. He felt love as if it were already real. He smiled every day with the feeling of connection. Then it happened. At a retreat, he met someone, and the connection was instant. They are together now, living a beautiful life. He did not chase love. He became love. Patterns in all miracles. What do all these stories have in common? It is not luck. It is not talent. And it is not magic. They all took full responsibility. They all committed. They all practiced daily. They all felt their future before it arrived. And they all aligned with the energy of what they wanted, no matter how different their struggles. The formula was the same. Thoughts create reality. Feelings magnetize it. Beliefs shape it. And energy brings it into being. Consistency is key. None of these people meditated once and expected a miracle. They made it a habit, a ritual, a sacred time each day. They showed up when it was hard, when it was boring, when they felt nothing, but they trusted the process. And slowly, things began to shift. Sleep improved, pain reduced, emotions stabilized. Then the breakthroughs came. Do not underestimate the power of small, consistent steps. They are what build the supernatural life. From victim to creator, every person who experienced a miracle had to let go of being a victim. They had to stop blaming, stop waiting. They moved from why me to what can I become? This shift from reaction to creation changes everything. You are not here to suffer. You are here to evolve, to rise, to create. The people who changed their lives stopped waiting for permission. They gave it to themselves. The new normal. For these people, supernatural is now normal. Healing is expected. Joy is daily. Love is natural. Abundance flows. They wake up grateful. They go to sleep in peace. They trust life. Their stories inspire millions because they prove what is possible. They are not better than you. They are you with different choices. And if they can do it, so can you. The path is inside you. You do not need anything outside of you. No special tools. No perfect past. No expert knowledge. You need belief. You need practice. And you need to step into the unknown. That is where miracles live. In stillness, in energy, in trust. Your body will follow your mind. Your life will follow your energy. All it takes is you. Dr. Joe's message. Dr. Joe reminds us we are not here to live small lives. We are here to break free, to create, to expand. The universe is listening. It is responding to your frequency. Raise it, shape it, command it. You are not separate from miracles. You are the miracle. Now is the time. Final reflection. So, are you ready? Ready to become supernatural? Ready to join the thousands who rewrote their destiny? Close your eyes. Breathe deep. Feel your future. Because your miracle is waiting. Outro. The journey begins now. What if you are far more powerful than you ever believed? What if the pain you carry, the doubts, The fears are not your truth, just old stories. You are not your past. You are not your wounds. You are potential. You are energy in motion. You are a creator. This journey, Becoming Supernatural, is not just a book. It is a mirror, a guide, a challenge. It calls you to go deeper, to unlearn the limits, to break the habits of fear and survival, to rise above your old self. Dr. Joe Dispenza does not offer fantasy. He offers the truth, a truth many fear, but all can embrace. You are the cause. You are the cure. You are the key. The moment you stop waiting, the moment you look within, the moment you believe again, that is when life begins to change. Close your eyes and imagine the future you want. See it, feel it, let it live inside you before it exists outside. Then show up every single day. Meditate, breathe, feel gratitude, speak love, act as if the miracle already happened, because it has. Your energy is your signal. Your heart is your compass. Your thoughts are your script. You are not broken. You are becoming. So, are you ready to live a supernatural life? Not one defined by pain, but by power. Not one chained to the past, but pulled by your future. Say yes. Say yes to the unknown. Say yes to the light. Say yes to the next version of you. Because the old self is gone, and what stands in its place is someone unstoppable. Final words. If this story touched you, if it gave you hope, if it made you believe again, then like this video. Subscribe for more powerful book summaries. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. And drop a comment below. What part of your old self are you ready to let go? You are not alone in this journey, and this is just the beginning. Welcome to your supernatural life.